What is going on, everybody? My name is Ethan. Welcome back to Hardcap Games, another episode here on the channel. Today, people, we have a new video here doing something a little bit different. Today we are counting down my personal top 15 favorite Pokemon of all time. As you guys might know by this point, I'm a pretty big Pokemon fan. I've done a bunch of series here on the channel, including a Legends Arceus playthrough, a Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl type lock, which you guys should go check out, by the way. And I thought it was about time. I'm about a year into this channel. I posted almost a year ago today for the first time. And I wanted to give you guys my rationale for why I like each individual Pokemon. Remember, this is not a best Pokemon list. This is not a best competitive Pokemon list or anything like that. It is rather my favorite Pokemon. This is completely subjective. Isn't that right, random Unisonus flag in my room? Yes, it's completely subjective. So, let me know down below what your favorite Pokemon is. And before we get going, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share this video with a friend, and let me know what other top 10s I should be doing on my channel. I love making new types of content for the channel. With that being said, let's jump right into it with number 15. At number 15, we have Togedemaru. Now, little Togi might be my favorite of the Pikachu clones. I mean, he's Steel, Electric type. How can you not love this dude? How can you not love him? I saw him in a Walmart and I was like, that's my dude right there. I gotta get him. He's a little spiky cannonball of cuteness, you know? The first time I saw him, I immediately fell in love with him. Unfortunately, he didn't have a spot on my Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon team, or my Sun and Moon team, because I had a Steel type both times. But, I love Togedemaru. I think that he's just great. At number 14, we have Goodra. Now, Goodra used to get a lot of crap because of its design. People said it looked gross, people were saying it's ugly, but like how? I mean, just look at him. Look at him. I mean, he's cool. He's a cool Pokemon. He's like gooey little dragon slug. I love him. The anime really did it for me. It really solidified Goodra as one of my favorite pseudo-legendaries. It has a gentle soul. It's really adorable. And then occasionally it just messes people up. So, that's why at number 14, I have Goodra as one of my favorite Pokemon. At number 13, we have Toxtricity. In my playthrough of Sword and Shield, I had a lot of trouble getting really attached to my party. I didn't really love them as much as other teams and other playthroughs I've done. Like my Cinderace, my Barrascute, and my Boltund, I didn't matter. I didn't like them as much. But Toxtricity was my dude. He was the one member of my squad that I really considered to be my companion. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. Stats-wise, move-wise, he's not the best, but his personality, his pop-runk vibes are awesome. He was my partner for that game. I was a ride-or-die Toxtricity guy. Mine was the high amp form, and he's just a super cool dude. I love Toxtricity. At number 12, we have Salamence. This pseudo-legendary Pokemon is phenomenal. You know it, I know it. Salamence is crazy good. I'd never really been able to use a Salamence before my Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke, which was the first Let's Play I did on the channel last April. Or late March, early April, which you should go check out. I'll put the link to that in the description. Croissant the Salamence was the absolute GOAT. He carried us for the first 4 gyms before he unfortunately fell. It's a bit of a spoiler, but he got us through so much of that game. And he's an absolute monster. What else can I say? Rest in peace, Croissant. And to this day, I still think about Salamence a little bit. With a little bit of sadness and a lot of pride in my heart. At number 11, we have Delmaize. No, really. Okay, let me tell you a bit of a story. Remember back in 2017, Pokemon Ultra Sun came out. And everyone was losing their minds because of how hard the Ultra Necrozma fight was. I got the a week later than everyone else for some reason. I don't remember why. But at this point, I had heard terrors about this fight. I had watched A-Drive, Shady Penguin. Pretty much if they were a YouTuber at the time, I watched them get swamped by this thing. So before I even started the game, I planned out my entire playthrough. I set up my entire team. And I had gotten the correct natures and whatever. I was totally ready. This fight revolved around 2 things for me. Number 1, I recognize that almost nothing I can do will be fast enough to go first unless I'm massively overleveled. And 2, nothing is strong enough to really take it out in one shot. Except, what if I just found a randomly bulky, super strong, physical ghost type with access to Phantom Force? And what if I calced it to be Brave Nature to bump my attack and drop my already really slow speed? And what if I leveled and then EV trained this one Pokemon to be specially defensive enough to tank one Photon Geyser? Well, I did, and it worked. That's the power of Delmaize. He tanked the Photon Geyser, went for a Phantom Force, and beat Ultra Necrozma in one shot. And instantly, I said, oh, this thing is awesome. It was the smartest play I've ever done in a Pokemon game. I felt it was super creative. I put in all the work, and I took out the hardest boss Pokemon's ever thrown at us. Up to that point. In one shot. So, that's why I have Delmaize as my number 11 favorite Pokemon of all time. At number 10, we have Azumarill. So first things first, I gotta say, Azumarill is adorable. Like, how can you not look at Azumarill and be in love with it? Second, do these eyes look like the eyes of a killer to you? No? Well, they should. They should. When I played through ORAS for the first time, the first Marill I found on whatever route it was, Route 104, was an adamant, huge power monster. I named her Katara. Her and Axel the Swampert swept through the entirety of Hoenn, never facing any resistance from anything. The last thing Pokemon Company needed to do was to give this thing the ability to be a dual type. And guess what? They made her a fairy type, kept her really bulky, kept huge power, and then allowed me to use Play Rough, Superpower, Power Up Punch, and Aqua Tail. They're absolutely insane. Azumarill's fantastic in a casual playthrough. Don't sleep on Azumarill. Trust me. Power Up Punch turn 1, and then whatever you need for the rest. That's how you do it. Don't sleep on Azumarill. That's why it's my number 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. At number 9, we have Gastrodon. Gastrodon's an absolute animal. That's all I gotta say about it. It's cute in a gross, sluggy way. The Nudibranch is ferocious. It's an absolute wall. Nothing except for a grass type can take this beast down. I always enjoy having a Gastrodon on my team, and if given the opportunity, I will do it. I will always catch a Shellos or a Gastrodon, whatever I find first, and I will add it to my squad if it fits the team. But I've always enjoyed using Gastrodon. It's an absolute animal when you put it out in battle. That's why it's number 9 on my list. At number 8, we have Primarina. I don't care what you say. I love Primarina. There is nothing wrong with this Pokemon at all, and I love it. This is my starter Pokemon from Moon, my starter Poplio. I named it Frankie, and it was insane. It ran through that game. I don't know what it was, because I've checked its EVs, I've checked its IVs, I've checked its nature. Nothing about it says it's good. However, Frankie the Poplio, Primarina, and Braylon would not die. It was just crazy. I've traded up Frankie to be in my party in Pokemon Shield right now. My whole team from both versions of Alola are in Switch at this point. I love Primarina. That Primarina specifically holds a special place in my heart. At number 7, we have Clefable. Now, this is a relatively new addition to this list. If you watch the BDSP type block, then you probably understand why. If you haven't, spoilers for that in 3, 2, 1. When we got to Cynthia, we had our full squad intact. Our full squad. I was very concerned about this battle. I didn't know how I was going to beat the Garchomp. I didn't know how I was going to beat the Gastrodon specifically. If Roserade went down, I didn't know how I was going to beat the Melodic. I was just a little overwhelmed with how I was going to beat this thing. But I came up with a plan on the spot. If I teach Calm Mind to a Clefable, and then I use Calm Mind 4 times in the Spiritomb's face, the Spiritomb won't know what to do. It'll just keep going for either Shadow Ball or Sucker Punch, neither of which are going to do much to a Clefable. That's also level 70. I was a little over leveled, it's fine. I used Calm Mind 4 times in this Spiritomb's face, and then swept the entirety of Cynthia's team with a Moonblast, Ice Beam, or Thunderbolt. It's a tank and a cannon at once. It gave me a whole new level of respect for this Pokemon. Up to this point, I was like, Clefable's here, but I knew it was really good and competitive. I hadn't really tried it out for myself. Clefables is just awesome. It skyrocketed up the chart. Out of the top 20, all the way up to number 7. Number 7 favorite Pokemon of all time, Clefable. At number 6, we have Melodic. If you haven't seen the Emerald Randomizer yet, again, go check that out. The link is still in the description. Melodic was a staple of our team for the entirety of the playthrough. It was the second Pokemon we caught after Croissant the Salamence, rest in peace, brother. And our Melodic Angel Hair went all the way to the end and survived the Elite Four. It's an absolute unit, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's a great design, but the Pokemon anime did have it right when Go and Ash said that it probably should evolve from Dragonair. It looks like the correct evolution, but we're going to ignore that. Melodic is a fantastic Pokemon. If you happen to get your hands on a Feebas and evolve it into a Melodic, you will not be disappointed with how awesome Melodic is. At number 5, we have Latias. When I was younger, I watched the Pokemon Heroes movie, and I immediately loved Latias. They gave her so much personality. And then I finally got to use Latias in a Let's Play. Once again, go check out that Emerald Randomizer. And it was super frustrating at first because our Latias couldn't hit anything to save its life. It missed like the first 10 attacks it threw out there. But it came in clutch in the later half of the Let's Play. Eon the Latias is amazing. And every now and then I actually still open up that ROM. And, spoiler, it was a ROM. And I look and I say, man, that team was awesome. Latias, amazing Pokemon. Number 5. At number 4, we have Braylon. I really have no reason as to why I love Braylon. I think he's just kind of cool. My first Pokemon game that I ever played was Pokemon Emerald. I played it probably like 10 years ago at this point. I knew nothing about Pokemon when I first started playing. I would take a Ralt and I'd go out and find a Silcoon and I used Double Team thinking that it was going to be like other JRPGs and just raise my evasion to the point that nothing would hit it ever. That's not how it works. But I found a Shroomish. I named him LSD, spelled E-L-E-S-D-Y. And he was instantly the best member of my team. He must have had perfect EVs and IVs and a perfect nature, and I just didn't notice because this dude also would never die. He would tank any hit that you threw at him, and he would hit back harder. And for some reason, he just won every battle. To this day, I always name my Breloom's LSD in memory, hoping to recapture the glory from that dude 10 years ago. No one's ever really stood up to it, but in my heart, I know that Breloom is out there somewhere, rooting for me. At number 3, we have Vileplume. I mean, look at this dude's face. He's adorable too. Even if he is based on the Rafflesia corpse flower, which is like the worst smelling flower on the planet. He's just shaped like a friend. You know, he's a defensive tank. If you ever need a solidly bulky grass type to add to your team, who also learns Petal Blizzard, Moonblast, and Sludge Bomb, and then also, you know, Synthesis, I mean, look no further than this dude right here. Vileplume has come in clutch for me in so many Let's Plays over my time. I think he was also on the Emerald Randomizer as well. But every time I play through Fire Red or Leaf Green, I always get myself a Vileplume because I know he's going to be clutch, and every time I am correct, Vileplume never lets me down. It's only right that he sits on the podium among my favorite Pokemon. Vileplume, number 3. At number 2, we have Porygon 2. I have no reason for Porygon 2 to be this high as well. I just genuinely enjoy him. I mean, look, he's fun. He's tanky. He's a little derpy, you know? He's got a fun little color palette. I mean, he's a digital duck. How cool is that? He's a duck. Digital duck. He's shaped like a friend. And if I ever got into competitive, I would want to figure out a way to use an Eviolite Porygon 2. Because he's just that good. Finally, at number 1, my most favorite Pokemon of all time. Drum roll, please. It is Weasel. When I was first introduced to Weasel through the Pokemon anime, I didn't actually end up playing Diamond and Pearl until much later, but I watched the anime, and when I first saw him, I was instantly in love with this little dude. He's cool, he's sassy, he's spunky, he used some cool moves. Ash used them really well, as well, even though he didn't win that often. I mean, the combination moves, I remember like the one he like used like Whirlpool and Ice Beam at the same time, and it was like super cool or something like that. I don't remember. But most importantly, he's orange, which is my favorite color, and he's an otter, which is my favorite animal. He's been my favorite Pokemon for a very long time, going on 10 years at this point, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. And there we have it. That's my top 15 favorite Pokemon of all time. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go check out some of my Let's Plays. I left them all in the description below. Leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite Pokemon is. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ethan. This has been Hardcap Games, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.